ever wanted to see what happens when Toyota stops playing around and builds something with pure backbone, then stay exactly where you are. Because the all-new 2026 Toyota Grand Sequoia TRD is the SUV that looks you in the eye and says, "Let's go somewhere wild." This thing isn't here to compete with the Tahoe Z71 or the Expedition Timberline. It's here to intimidate them. And honestly, after walking around it, driving it, testing it, and putting it through everything except a meteor strike, I can tell you, Toyota built a monster designed for one job: never giving up. Let's start at the back, because that's where the attitude hits hardest. Standing behind the Grand Sequoia TRD, you instantly get the feeling that this SUV wasn't sculpted, it was engineered. The tailgate sits tall and imposing, with squared-off panels, functional cutouts, and TRD-specific reinforcement that gives it a near-military presence. The LED tail lamps have that deep red glow Toyota reserves for its toughest machines, almost like the eyes of something that doesn't sleep. Down below, the skid plate and tow-ready hitch peek out like they're daring you to try something stupid, just so they can prove this thing can handle it. And the way the bumper angles upward, you can tell Toyota wants this thing to climb out of its own craters. Move to the left side and the story gets even better. The Grand Sequoia TRD doesn't try to look aerodynamic. Aerodynamic is for vehicles that plan on staying on the asphalt. Here, it's all bold shoulders, squared fenders, and those signature TRD high-flare wheel wells. It sits tall, taller than most of its rivals, and the stance alone makes a Tahoe look polite and makes a Defender 130 look like it went to finishing school. The matte finish trim pieces, the high-strength steel rocker panels, the blacked-out roof rails, everything is functional. You can feel the intention in every line. Even the mirrors look like they were designed to survive a low-hanging boulder. And those TRD wheels wrapped in thick, claw-like all-terrains give you the confidence that no trail, no dirt road, no washed-out path is going to slow this thing down. Shift over to the right side, and you see the same philosophy repeated: symmetry, strength, and total purpose. But there's something about the right side that shows off the length and muscle of the Grand Sequoia TRD even more. The body sits high over the wheels, creating space that hints at the suspension travel waiting underneath. The windows are tall and visibility-focused, something Toyota does better than almost every brand on the planet. And if you pay attention to the subtle TRD badging, the textured black trim, the skid plate coverage, and the integrated rock steps, it becomes clear that this SUV wasn't designed for mall parking lots. It was built with the intention of taking families, gear, trailers, pets, everything, into the wilderness and back without complaint. Picture a Land Cruiser 300's attitude blended with Sequoia practicality and TRD aggression. That's exactly what this side profile feels like. Now step inside, because Toyota clearly understood something. The harsher the outside world is, the calmer the cabin needs to be. And the Grand Sequoia TRD's interior hits that balance better than anything in its class. You notice it immediately. The seating position is commanding but not overwhelming. The leather-trimmed TRD seats have that perfect combination of firmness and comfort, with bolstering that actually holds you in place when the trail gets uneven. The red stitching adds that TRD signature punch, but it's not flashy, it's confident. The center console feels like something out of a tactical vehicle. Every control is physical, clickable, and usable with gloves. Toyota knows real off-roaders don't want to poke around at screens while bouncing around on rocks, so all the important controls are dials, toggles, and robust buttons. The 14-inch infotainment display is huge, fast, and crystal clear, but Toyota made sure it complements the drive. It doesn't overwhelm it. The digital gauge cluster is customizable, giving you everything from torque distribution to suspension articulation. Even the steering wheel feels like it was borrowed from something meant for tougher environments, wrapped in thick leather with TRD grip zones. The second and third rows, surprisingly roomy. Toyota clearly took notes from Sequoia owners, because this model is designed for long expeditions, not short trips. The second row captain's chairs feel almost luxury grade, and the third row, While not limousine level, still offers legit space for adults, especially compared to competitors that force passengers to fold like origami just to fit. Storage is everywhere, and Toyota's smart cabin layout means you've always got room for gear, tools, snacks, backpacks, you name it. It's a practical fortress inside, and it feels like a safe haven no matter what the world throws at you. Now let's talk about the part that gives this beast its heartbeat. Under the hood of the 2026 Toyota Grand Sequoia TRD sits the iForce Max hybrid powertrain, and listen, this thing is not trying to be a Prius. It wasn't engineered to be cute or economical. This setup was designed with one mission: deliver torque the instant you need it. You get that silent electric shove right off the line, powerful enough to yank the SUV out of mud, snow, or uphill obstacles. Then the twin-turbo V6 kicks in, turning everything into controlled fury. Compared to the Tahoe's V8 or the Expedition's EcoBoost, this powertrain feels more modern, more responsive, and honestly, more prepared for real adventure. The chassis underneath is TRD reinforced. The suspension is tuned for high-impact terrain. The steel components are forged, not stamped. There are fewer electronic tricks doing the work and more honest, reliable mechanical engineering backing up this SUV. Toyota didn't design this system to impress you with unnecessary gadgetry. They designed it so that when weather, terrain, and luck all turn against you, the Grand Sequoia TRD doesn't flinch. And of course, with great power and great capability comes the big question: how much? The 2026 Toyota Grand Sequoia TRD is expected to land in the upper price bracket of full-size adventure SUVs, likely nudging into the premium territory Toyota products often flirt with but justify through reliability. It won't be cheap, but here's the thing: nothing built for true endurance ever is. When you compare it to a fully equipped Tahoe Z71, a Timberline, or even certain Land Rover models, the value becomes obvious. You're getting Toyota's bulletproof engineering, modern hybrid torque, TRD durability, and a vehicle designed to last decades, not just until the next lease cycle. And that brings us straight to the final verdict. The 2026 Toyota Grand Sequoia TRD isn't just another upgrade. It feels like Toyota's reminder of what an SUV is supposed to be: reliable, rugged, capable, and built for families who actually use their vehicles for more than school runs and grocery bags. It has the heart of a Land Cruiser, the size and practicality of a Sequoia, and the grit of a Tacoma TRD Pro, all wrapped into one machine ready to tackle anything from mountain passes to everyday life. If you're someone who loves adventure, who appreciates durability over decoration, and who wants a vehicle that will stand by you no matter what road you choose, then the 2026 Grand Sequoia TRD is absolutely worth your attention. Before you head out, don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe if you love real automotive reviews, and follow Motor Verdict Meter for more deep dive breakdowns into the world's toughest, wildest, and most exciting machines. Your support keeps reviews like this coming, and trust me, we've got some incredible vehicles on the way.